Vietnam Crypto Insights, and I have the crypto queen herself here, Lilac, aka on my live
Nice
from
to meet
Hanoi. Everybody else is in different countries, man. That's kind of like the nature of the beast with crypto, though. If you're doing some sort of crypto dev or crypto project or crypto investing, you got to be traveling. There's a lot of events too that people go to.
True.
I think they had one. Wasn't ETH CC just a couple days ago? But yeah, I guess Vitalik was over at ETH CC. He got this. Yeah, ETH CC. They just had that in Belgium.
Hmm.
There was there was a clip.
Yeah, in Belgium.
Yeah, there was a clip that was that somebody posted online about it. I guess in Belgium he had a little bit of an issue with the somebody let the thing just fall on him. So yeah, it was kind of funny. Little thing. Yeah, there's so many. There was a couple people asking me if I was gonna go. I can't keep up, man. I spent the weekend in Ho Chi Minh. Really nice resort area.
There was Kyoto IVS. It's like a crypto hackathon for like Aptos. And both the two best hackathon team, that would be like from Southeast Asia. So these days, Southeast Asia crypto market is like booming.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. And yeah, you being the insider, I'm saying you see it firsthand, but I see it also on, on the outside because of all the events that they have. Sometimes I go to stuff and it's way over my head, a lot of the workshops, even though I learned programming and a little bit in high school and a lot in college. Some of this dev stuff is a little bit over my head. And then on top of that, it's in Vietnamese. So I'm sitting there trying to understand two languages at once.
Two alien languages.
Yeah. I'm trying to read between the lines and all of this. But yeah, it's just, a lot of stuff. I'm impressed. It seems like ICP's doing a lot of groundwork here. They're trying to be like Solana with the ground game. Of course, Kelly's over there, been, going gangbusters, going all over the place. And Kelly Chu, of course, the notorious crypto lady. But they've got some stuff that they've been doing. Actually, I'm supposed to be interviewing some guys again. I actually had a failed interview a couple of days ago. Didn't record on Google Meet, but that's okay. We're gonna go get. But these guys are right. They're from the ICP ecosystem, and they got some really exciting things going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what's going on in your world? What's going on in your neck of the woods as far as what projects are coming up? I know you can't really tell the details, but what are you seeing that seems like to be hot right now? What is it? DPN? Is it art real world asset stuff? Is it AI stuff? Is it NFT stuff? What seems to be DeFi stuff? What seems to be the hot on the burner?
Yeah, actually, we just like successfully reached to the finalists of our accelerator program. So in this program, we connect 50 VCs with the finalists, and we got 10 finalists. But the best projects, in my opinion, I thought it would be like a gamefi. And it is having hype right now, and I don't know, is it GameFi going back to the game right now? That's my concern.
At a couple of events the past couple months at GameFi. One of them was at the stadium. They call it the Esports Stadium in District 7 here in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City, and I was very blown away. They've got a lot of young talent. Of course, a lot of people, there's about, Ancient 8 is like one of the OG crypto communities here, and they've got like almost 200,000 people on their Twitter follower. But, there's a lot of people that are building on their chain. I believe it's a layer 2 of Ethereum. and they have their own chain, and a lot of people are building GameFi stuff on their games. Really incredible stuff. So yeah, it might be just the insurgence of the GameFi. So you're saying that that's actually the most exciting or promising area so far that you've seen taken off here.
And I also see, like, do you know Sandbox? They also like kind of a GameFi building platform. You can easily build a game on Sandbox without knowing any code. It's so amazing.
Oh yeah, they've got some really interesting developments, and I know the guy over there, Chris Tran, he's doing some amazing stuff. He's one of the guys that's representing Vietnam over here. But yeah, they have a lot of exciting events, and they're doing their college rounds. They're trying to get the young people early. That's all the young developers, and there's a lot of them here, man. It's incredible. I'm talking to them a lot, almost every week. New kids, but I think they're, as far as the macroeconomics, what do you think of? Where do you think the market's headed, man? I seen that we've had a couple big. Last week we had a big plunge. It's been all over the place. It's been back and forth, up and down, kind of really interesting.
Yeah, for now, I think like the market is not very good right now. We just postpone every activity that have to like interact with the market so that we can start next month. I think next month will be better, or like later this year will be better market.
If you're a holder like me, have to have patience. So
right now it's ideal.
Unless you like to trade, I don't. I'm not a short-term trader. That's not my thing. I'm not even a swing trader. I just hold, buy and hold. But yeah, the good news is, and I'm gonna share this if I can get this up. The good news, and one of the biggest things that were driving all the sales was Germany dumping a lot of their Bitcoin. And I'm gonna share this if it pops up here. But yeah, they right now they hold less than 300 million in Bitcoin, so that's actually positive. But as far as the on-chain dynamics, also what's really cool is that the Bitcoin ETFs, they've actually, a lot of people that's holding the Bitcoin, they are not selling, so that's a good news. They still have net inflows for the Bitcoin ETF, so that's all to the ETF long-term holders. They're not in it for the minute, for like a lot of retail people that get in and get scared by these 10, 20, 30% dips. But I think that's positive news. Because they were holding billions at one point. I think the US government still holds billions.
Yeah, I think these days, I think every country government are trying to plug into cryptocurrency. And you can see
if they're not, they're going to miss out, because what's going to happen here with all of this stuff that's going on globally is kind of scary. I mean, I seen some news earlier that they were going. The U.S. of course always some tension there, but they were trying to accuse China of trying to cause problems. But China's just doing its own thing, man. I know that there's some tension in the Southeast China Sea, and there's some minor drama over that, but they're not trying to cause no war. But I noticed that Russian leader, he's been going all over the globe trying to shore up his support, shore up his allies, on various things, defense pacts and trade. So I don't know. It's a pretty tense time in the world, man. Hopefully we don't have World War III, but one of the good things is, man, if you're holding crypto, you're always going to have some sort of digital asset, and your currencies are going to be devalued so easily. Speaking of that, there, what's your thoughts on that? What do you think about all of that? You've seen all this stuff going on with the BRICS, these different alliances, and NATO, and all of this stuff going on with the war. I don't know.
Well, it's like complicated. The economy right now is like very, very complex. It's like a mix of everything at the same time. So for example, the government is like scared of cryptocurrency, so they put more policy, more laws or acts to like prevent the cryptocurrency or like blockchain to like spread further in their country. But at the same time, they want to adopt into the crypto industry. So it's very complicated. So it's hard for you to, if you are a project, it's hard for you to blend in any countries right now to like build a crypto company in any country right now. It's very difficult.
It's that unless you're in Singapore. So I think Singapore is pretty crypto friendly though, right?
Yeah, Singapore is okay. You can. So I think the two easiest market that you can enter right now is Philippines and Singapore. They are very open for you to like build crypto company inside the country, and they don't care that much about like cryptocurrency.
Yeah, and I think that, I don't think, no matter what, I don't think that any country is going to be able to stop it. Let's say shut up the internet anyway. So they can scare all the people that's doing the OTC transactions like they've been doing that in the US. I mean, they went after a couple major, I wouldn't say major. These guys were OTC. I think one of them did like 5 million in transactions over a number of years. Another one did like 20 or 30 million. And they went after them really hard with this unlicensed money trader stuff. And we talked about that a few months ago.
Yeah.
One of the things that they're not going to stop is the adoption. I mean, I was just looking at this earlier, and I was kind of shocked at this. And we had talked about Argentina a number of times, but they are really, they've had inflation problems for years, but they elected a new leader, Malay, who was supposed to be an economist, and he was supposed to do this and do that, and he was like supposed to be the darling child to save the economy. But guess what? Almost a year, and they still have 276% inflation over there. So you can't, so your money is like a third of what it is if you had your money last year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I've seen videos of people lined up to the bank. They live in church. How much you pull out of the bank every day? It's like $40. I have people lined up every day at the bank. I mean, it's insane. But they, one of the surprising things I was actually noticing, and this is kind of a telltale sign of things to come, where countries are having these problems. They have came out. They're actually leading a USDT adoption now, which is incredible. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. I'm outside at the long Chow Dan, one of my favorite spots, but we'll see. Anyway, we were talking about the situation in Argentina.
Yeah. I think, right now
you delved into that?
Yeah, right now you cannot see, but there is kind of gonna be an upcoming trend that turn digital asset into like cards, like a credit card or something, you can like swipe the card or you can transfer money by tap the card.
Okay, with the crypto card.
Yes, with the crypto.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. There's a company here that actually has started trying to do that. I mean, they've got a demo product that they go around with all the events and they do that. It's really interesting.
Yeah, last time, right? It was the Stash. It is very supported by the Sui ecosystem right now. That project is gonna be huge.
So how are they handling that as far as KYC though? I know a lot of companies, a lot of countries are kind of frown upon that. If you don't have your KYC done, you know, they got to know who you are, who you're transacting with, and all of this.
Yeah, but this one they just need to you just need to register by your Gmail, and then you can transfer money into the card and give to somebody else. Somebody else will tap the card into their phone, and the money will transfer if they connected.
Which company is doing that though? Where?
It's a Stash company. It's STASH. I think ED at the end.
Oh, okay. So do they ban you if you're a U.S. citizen? Because a lot of crypto exchanges and crypto companies ban me because I'm they forbid me from joining. I get that from a lot of exchanges, man. It's actually kind of disheartening because I know that I'm trying to conduct my affairs in crypto and Web3, and I want the value that I'm earning, and I want the true value of what I'm doing. I don't want to be tied to no fiat system if I don't want to.
Yeah,
if I work and want to build my value, I should be able to invest it how I want to, without regard to whatever this country that I'm not even living in wants me to do. I mean, I think it's really kind of paralyzing.
Yeah. That one you have to try yourself. I don't know. I'm not a US citizen.
Yeah, you guys don't have to worry about that type of stuff. But yeah, it's very frustrating because you don't know how many times I've tried to invest in GameFi projects. They banned me because my IP or because I was a U.S. citizen. There's a number of exchanges that are the same way, and the U.S. throws its weight around because look what they did to Binance. Look what they did to BitMEX. I mean, they levied out billions of dollars of fines because they went after supposedly U.S. citizens. And it's not like they harmed a lot of people. It's just that people that wanted to participate in the crypto economy, which we should have if we're supposed to be free, like the U.S. propaganda promulgates. If we're supposed to be so free, how come we're not free to conduct ourselves in the crypto Web3 space? We're not. It's all about the big banks having control, the monetary system, elites having control. So I'm really I'll see. Let me see. I might just have to figure out a way to join Stash and see if I can conduct myself. Conduct my affairs on the cards. Because right now, the crypto.com card, it's somewhat convenient, but the problem with crypto.com card is it makes you transfer your crypto to fiat first. So if you're in Europe, you got to transfer it to the euros. If you're in America or you're American, you got to transfer it to USD, US dollars. And then after they charge you for that transfer, which is like 2.9%, then you got to deal with the transaction fees that you get. Like right now, I still have to pay transaction fees here because I'm in Vietnam. So it's just not a winning situation with the card if it's not actual crypto. If it's not staying in crypto, because you already get fees if you transact in crypto, but if you're on like some L2 like Arbitrum, it's negligible.
So yeah, that would be like the difficulty.
And I like the way we're headed right now. Some of the guys with ICP I was talking to the other day, they were telling me that ICP has zero transaction fees.
Wow.
So I'm hoping that we get to that point where we're using some chains like that. Yeah, they have what they call reverse gas. Reverse gas. This is actually paid by the programmer. The programmer or the developers, they pay a little bit of a fee, but it's not astronomical.
Yeah. Then you
So,
have to know, like, you must be surprised that, like, I think 7 years ago, bank transferring in Vietnam need like transfer fee, but now we don't have that anymore. I think the bank is benefit enough to like cut all the transfer fee, and they will never profit from transfer fee.
yeah, I really like the setup here because you guys can use Momo Pay or whatever, and you can go to a lot of even the street vendors have it, and you just go and just transact bank to bank with a QR
Yeah.
code or a number, and it's like it's nothing. Does Momo charge a slight fee? Momo Pay?
No, never charge.
No? Okay. But yeah, I thought that was pretty fascinating because in the US, I mean, you have a setup where the fees are charged between the transfers. Well, some instances there are, but they have a joint venture partnership called Zelle, and that actually allows you to transfer bank to bank, unless you're in a small bank. If you're in a small bank, you're screwed. You still have to pay something.
See, so I think like Vietnam is like the next development stage of crypto. You guys have to look up to Vietnam.
I think the world should look up to Vietnam in a lot of aspects, as far as crypto, as far as fintech. Fintech, I think that you guys have a lot of things that you are on the ball, especially with the Momo Pay. I mean, it's probably not the most. It's probably the most. I want to say sexy of the ways because you guys got to still enter a number, but it's still, if it's free, it's free.
Sure. It's very convenient to like live in Vietnam with all the banks transferring.
Yes, indeed. Did you hear about they're trying to Coinbase, they're trying to get the SEC chairman in the US, Gary Gensler, they're trying to get him in to make him testify. That's kind of like been the big it's like the big news in the US today.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Yeah. So 3 or 4 big lawsuits in the US still involving crypto. I don't know how this is going to hold out. But yeah, Coinbase, they were shot down by the judge today.
Oh my
They were
God.
not given the access. Yeah, where they were trying to basically, Gary Gensler has been, all over the place over the past several years. Before he was the SEC chair, he was a professor, and he was stuff in mind all of these goals for commodities, or a lot of them. But all of a sudden, once he gets in power, somebody convinced him to start going after, I don't know, I think it was a political hit job, convinced him to go after all of the crypto companies. But yeah, they said that the judge said, no, you're not going to be able to subpoena the SEC chair because it's not going to allow you to do that.
Yeah.
But I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to get him on the record and say, look, you just said about 5 years ago, you said that these were commodities. You said these cryptocurrencies was commodities. Now you're saying they're securities. Make up your mind. But yeah, that they're not going to be able to use that as a defense. So I don't know what they're going to do. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I'm not. But what was you going to say?
Yeah, I think the future of cryptocurrency in US gonna be better. I heard that Donald Trump is gonna speak to like at the Bitcoin conference later this month.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because this guy's been all over the place. He's used to be against crypto. Now he's all of a sudden 3 months ago, he's for crypto. I don't know. It might be I think it's an election ploy. He wants to be the darling of the middle class or the people, retail investors that are interested in crypto, trying
I
to
have
get some
no
more
idea.
votes. But we shall see, man. I mean, this guy has been all over the place. He was supposed to be for this and for that, The last time he was president, the only thing he did that was really big, and he did it really fast and like right away, is he cut the taxes for like the upper echelon. Everybody else got like crumbs, but yet still you got people that still go around and act like he's the savior of the world. But yeah, we'll see, man. The political situation in the U.S. I mean, it's not the most. I've talked about this before. It's really just kind of disheartening to me. I mean, because you seem like you got two turkeys in there. I don't want to vote for either one of them. Especially Biden. Biden's been calling Trump. He called Trump the vice president yesterday, and I think he called Zelensky the president of Russia. So I don't know what's going on. It's got somebody with early stages of dementia and somebody that just he'll say whatever to whatever and do whatever to get elected. But at the end of the day, all I think is Trump is about himself. So that's where I am on that situation. But I think what's also cool is that even though you still have these lawsuits pending, there was another legal opinion that came down in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
and they basically reaffirmed that most of the cryptos, about 80%, are not securities. And this is coming from the legal case. It's actually confirmed in the big case in the U.S. So I don't know what the legal landscape in America is just really kind of weird right now, because you got the SEC still going after multiple companies. You have the ETFs, Ethereum, which are supposed to launch any day, go live any day now. And Bitcoin, of course, is a commodity. They deem that. But they still have like three big prominent cases. One against Consensus, one against Coinbase, and one against Richard Hart and Postchain. And Postchain is actually it's basically a hard fork of Ethereum. So if Ethereum is a commodity, how can Post not be a commodity? I mean, just none of this stuff makes sense what the SEC is doing, man. I just hope whomever gets in office here in November, or actually they're not going to get in office until January of next year in America. But I just hope they get rid of Gary Gensler, man. Get him out. He's bad for the space, man. He's bad for the crypto space. He's bad for retail investors such as myself and the whole crypto market. But I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know.
I know you're not too familiar with U.S. politics.
It's like, to me, it's different. To somebody, it's the same. It's more like personal opportunity. The line is too thin for you to comment anything.
I really this came out of an Illinois court case. Yeah, they entered a summary judgment in favor of the commodities trade of futures. They basically said that digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ether are commodities. So, yeah, I think it's going to be it's still going to be a long fight in the U.S. So I think this is actually, it bodes well for Southeast Asia. All the development, all of the innovation is just going to be over here. It already is, and we can't drag the U.S. along with us. They don't want to come with innovation and the next wave of money. Then just be stuck in the Stone Ages, man. I just think we're but yeah, GameFi, art, real world asset, depend. I think that's where it's at. The next cycle, the whole next end of the bull run and next cycle. One other big piece of news that came out also was that Goldman Sachs, which is a really big firm in the U.S., they're $1 trillion plus. I think they manage $1 trillion plus of assets, but they announced that they're going to be also doing some assets as well. So you had that being announced a couple months ago by BlackRock, where they're actually going to have digitized assets. Goldman Sachs has announced it too, and all of this big activity, a lot of this stuff is going to be going on Ethereum, and Ethereum has been going up and up and up. I don't know if you've seen the stats on there, but they've actually their number of users has skyrocketed on Ethereum, and a lot of it's on the L2s. But not only that, but the total value locked has been going up, and the transactions have been going up. So all of this bodes well for Ethereum. I think we're in a really bullish scenario right now. I think we're a correlation of where we're at right now with the pre-launch of the ETFs on Ethereum versus the pre-launch of what happened in January and February, Bitcoin ETFs. Most of the analysts are projecting we're going to hit about 7,000 in a few months, $6,000 or $7,000 for Ethereum, and that'll make my portfolio nice. I am a Ethereum bull. But anyway, what's your thoughts? Want the Vietnam insights?
The Vietnam insight about this are, Vietnam market, they are very discreet about like which chain or which ecosystem are they supporting. So, for example, I cannot, if I'm on this chain, nobody will know that I'm on this chain, and I will talk shit about other chain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like the ecosystem in Vietnam is a bit of trash. So cannot comment about too much about ecosystem or any like ETH, Ethereum, Aptos, Avalanche, Arbitrum. Like we are more like stranger, pretend that we are stranger. We don't know anything about each other. It's like that.
Oh, okay. Is that because of your work?
It's like, no, most people working in crypto in Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, in Vietnam, every company, they will have many projects.
Okay.
I think it's because of the innovation of fintech, the
Okay.
fintech in Vietnam. So they developing many projects at the same time, and sometimes each project you got different representatives. But at the end of the day, all of them in the same company. But we have to pretend that we are strangers.
Okay. All
So
right.
we cannot comment too much about ecosystem.
Oh. You're just ambivalent. You're the impartial observer of the crypto world. But the thing that I see here also, and it's I think it's really accentuated here, is that there's a lot of tribalism in the as far as the crypto enthusiasts. I mean, they really, if they're for Solana, they're going to be all in for Solana. If they're for ICP, they're all going to be all in for ICP. If they're for Ethereum, they're all going to be on Ethereum.
Yeah,
Of course,
you have
they
to
got
know the dynamics.
Sweet being pitched here as well. I haven't seen. I think they've had 1 or 2 events already. I know I've been to one of them. Aptos. I haven't seen anything for Aptos just yet, but I know Aptos is probably coming.
Aptos is big.
Yeah, they're big. I just haven't seen them do any workshops or any sort of on the ground events. I've seen them. They've had some. Of course, they had some side events that I actually.
Yeah, because
at the
Aptos
GM
community in Vietnam is quite new. Earlier,
Yeah.
most people in Vietnam don't know about Aptos ecosystem, but then a
Right.
company called Amnes Finance, they just
Okay.
bring Aptos community in Vietnam and supports every Aptos projects right now. So it's like they are like the starter of Aptos community in Vietnam.
Wow.
But
What's the
in
name of the
other
project?
Amnes Finance,
Amnis. How you spell that one?
AMNIS,
Amnis Finance. Okay.
Amnes
Gotcha.
Finance. They are like
All
liquid
right.
staking project
Okay. On Aptos.
on Aptos, right?
Perfect. See,
Yeah.
that's why you're valuable. Your input is valuable because you know the inside information here. A lot of this stuff is I can get some information tangentially from going to events and meeting with people, with the VCs. Of course, you're representing a VC company as well. But and then some of the stuff that I get from a lot of the crypto enthusiast groups. But yeah, there's just some stuff that that you have great valuable insights on. And there's stuff that you get from events too. Not gonna lie, I learned a lot at the events. I mean, I just was disheartened because the last event, GM Vietnam, there were so many side events that I couldn't clone myself and be at all of them. There was like 3 or 4 events going on at one time sometimes. And,
Yeah, you have to like have the clone of yourself. You have to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to clone
clones.
myself and send myself next time. I'm gonna have to do a hard fork of myself and be at another event.
The bigger the events, the more side event there is. So like any token 1049, there will be like, if in GM Vietnam a day there will be 10 side events. So in token 1049, I think it will be 50 to 100 a day. A lot of side events.
What's the next one that's going to be? What's the next one that's going to be in Vietnam that you're aware of?
In Vietnam, I don't think there will be any more. Smaller event, there will have like workshops or need launching event. Also, I don't really care about that. But big events, that's all. No more.
No more for this year, or no more at all?
No more for this year. For next year, I cannot promise. The situation that
I thought you scared me. I thought you had some inside information that said they're going to cancel all the events.
Yeah, so I don't know. Last time the situation at GM Vietnam, and I don't know if they're gonna continue to host in Vietnam or more.
No, I know some people that know some people. They told me that the situation was like this. All they had to do was register with the finance people, with the police. Anytime you're giving a talk on something like crypto, it has to be with the police and with the finance. I guess with anything deal with financial. And I don't know what the organizers were thinking, but they should have made sure that everybody went through that process, because some people got to speak, so obviously they went through that process, but other people didn't get to speak, and so I just think that they should have really made sure that everything was legal. Because Vietnam is crypto's still a gray area here.
True.
But
Yes.
people shouldn't take that as a green light to just do what they want, because no matter what country you're in, you still have to respect the country. Because there's always some consequences if you don't come with respect. That's my thoughts on it. But yeah, I think that as big as the event was, and as much as they were charging for booths and tickets, I mean the VIP tickets, of course, anywhere else it'd be probably 10 times as much. But I think the VIPs were like $70 or something like that. But still, I mean, they should have second year around, they should have known better to make sure everybody was on the same page.
And it's not the first time that GM Vietnam hosted.
Yeah, so this was the second event. So they should have had everything done so that everybody was like, okay, because they had some pretty notable speakers. I think they had one of the guys that actually got shut down was I think he was the head of one of the blockchains. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, he was going to be speaking remote, and they shut that down. And I mean, come on, you can't do that for something this big where you have thousands of people flying in. You cannot have the event shut down like that. And it wasn't everything that was shut down, because I got to see, there was one of the guys I got to hear Nansen, crypto analytic firms, Nansen, NAN, a couple other companies. One of the guys, there was a panel that they were talking about NFTs, but all of this stuff is still crypto, and they got to speak. So it is what it is. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes and move on. But no more ETH Vietnam and Hanoi, though. Probably not.
No.
Did you
East Vietnam is pretty good. East Vietnam is pretty good. Like, at least during the events there was no chaos. There was no chaos during events, but like before events, they got a lot of trouble.
Though, right?
Yeah, they got a lot of trouble.
The day before was a mess.
All of that. After they do all of that, and then they host the events. Even though events is not as good as they expected, but during the events there are no chaos, and it's very like peaceful.
At least the fearless leader of Ethereum got to speak
during GM Vietnam. I think at Sui's conference room, they got the dance of like, I don't know, sitting in Vietnamese song. They dance dance to the Vietnamese song. It's so funny.
Is that why they got shut down in that room?
So I think so. Reasonable.
Yeah, you were there when they got shut down.
Yeah.
I got to meet one of the guys with Miston Labs. He's
Miston Labs.
He's Canadian. I believe he's Canadian, Nigerian, Canadian, something like that. Can't remember his name. Nice guy. I didn't get to talk to him that long because he was surrounded by people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they had issues with their speaker for Miston Labs, and they, I guess they didn't register either. So that whole presentation, the whole room got shut down. And you were in there, so you witnessed that. So yeah, just as a side note to everybody, crypto's still a gray area in a lot of countries, and banned in some countries. So you just got to watch what you're doing and make sure that you're above board. And
make sure your event organizer. Yeah.
Always exercise caution and make sure that you're trying to abide by whatever law or regulation, even though some of the laws and regulations are not even clear. It's just on the verge of still on the verge of adoption. So we shall see. I'm kind of anxious to see what this new world order will play out to be. I mean, you have, like I said, at the beginning of the show, we were talking about how you have these geopolitical events going on, with Russia trying to maneuver and exercise its authority and or actually merge alliances with multiple countries. I mean, a matter of fact, he was in Putin was in North Korea a few weeks ago, driving around in the car with Kim Jong Un. Thought that was kind of funny. A couple of days ago, he was in India dancing with the prime minister over there, Modi. A couple of weeks ago, he was in Vietnam as well. So I mean, they're trying to merge alliances, merge trading. But I think what's going to happen here is if the EU decides to seize, I think they're going to seize like $300 billion of Russia. They're talking about it anyway. That's really not going to bode well for the global climate. And I just hope that, I hope things go well, but the EU and a lot of the power players over there, people that's in control, the global elite that's heading the EU, they're forging the path. I think that's going to put us all on war, man. It's not good. It's not good at all. I watch a lot of geopolitical stuff, read a lot of geopolitical stuff. One of the things that they also are talking about is Saudi Arabia's. Saudi Arabia has a pretty strong alliance with Russia as well. They actually said that they're going to dump a lot of the treasuries of the West, and if they seize the funds for Russia, so that's just going to cause a lot of economic chaos, in my opinion.
Sure.
But one of the things that also bodes well for crypto here in the next couple months is that, despite all of this geopolitical stuff, is that supposedly they're going to start the rate cuts that everybody's been waiting for in the U.S. And with that, there's probably going to be a lot of capital flooding into the crypto market because of, a lot of the big institutions and countries are putting their resources in the U.S. treasuries. They get 5%. But once those rates start going down, there's going to be a lot more capital being flooded into crypto because they're going to get a lot more percent, especially during the bull cycle. So you have a convergence of a lot of different events. But, unfortunately, these rate cuts probably not going to happen until after the November election. So everybody should be patient. Just wait. It's a waiting game. But most of the analysts say there's billions coming into the space. But with that being said, and I know you probably got to wrap this up, right?
What should we wrap it up with now? Yeah, don't have anything in mind right now. I do have a few nice topics, but already talked all about it.
We pretty much exhausted all what's new this week. But yeah, hopefully we'll come back to you guys next week and have Mario back. Actually, he's still in Africa somewhere, right? I think he went to Ethiopia.
Mario is in like big business.
Yeah, big business guy, man.
Big business.
Big business, top secret.
He is a very important guy to Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
Very important guy to Vietnam. Just nobody knows. It's like the man behind everything.
Yeah, Mr. Top Secret Man.
True. We got like
top
secured by 4 policemen.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll hopefully we reconvene next week. We'll have everybody aboard. I know Sahil will probably be back as well. He's overseas as well. But yeah, hopefully the crypto market will kind of balance out. I'm anxious to see. Hopefully we get this ETH launched any day now in the US. ETH ETF.
Yeah, and
the market's going flying. And
starting from this month,
the next level up.
Yeah, starting from this month till end of September, it's gonna be like crypto event season. So this month there will be like Malaysia Blockchain Week and something more. And like if I don't misremember, it will be Japan Blockchain Week, and then next month gonna be Bali Blockchain Week, and then during September that gonna be Korea Blockchain Week, also Token 1049 and Breakpoint right after the Token 1049. It's like
Is that one going to be in Singapore this year? This time?
Yeah, gonna be at Singapore this time.
Okay.
Yeah, and
because I know they had one in Dubai a couple months ago.
Dubai is
They rotate back and forth with the token 2049, right?
true. And token.
So which one are you going to?
I'm thinking about Korean Blockchain Week and Token 1049. Well, we have the plan. We have the plan.
Well, I might go to the one in Bali. I've been wanting to go to Bali. I've been to Japan. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Thailand. Been to the Philippines. My next move is Bali. Bali, and everybody says that they have a very booming crypto scene over there. So
sure, you can try to go to Bali. Yeah, we have the plans to go already, but we're looking for the fun. We need the big boss.
Well, let me know if you go, because we need your input. We need to see what's going on in Korea. I've been to Korea before, but I haven't been to any of the blockchain events. Cannot promise.
And someday, let me try to get some big guys on interview for you guys.
Yes, let's do it. But we're gonna put everybody on here that we can. But all right, Lilac on my. We are going to go out. Everybody, be safe with your crypto activities and make sure that you do everything above board, and also have patience, because we're going to be seeing a big rise here, supposedly. Hopefully, anyway. I'm anticipating, and a lot of analysts are anyway. So with that being said, keep a copy in crypto, and you guys have a wonderful weekend, and take care.
Take care. Bye.